Now that we've finished the end of the story, what has become clear? What were his motives or reasons for all of his previous actions? Demanding all of this money, asking for more, asking for the money up front. What were his reasons for doing that? So I did not say this as an expectation, but I always appreciate it when people respond in complete sentences. The artist wants to help his community. Gesson was motivated to support the people of his village in a time of need. Yes, because it said that they were experiencing a terrible famine, to help poor people. Yeah, that's the heart of it, right? That gets straight to the gist here. So Jocelyn actually had a correct inference, right? That he comes from a very different background. He's not from this wealthy world. One might ask, is he taking advantage of her by asking for so much money? Maybe, but is it for a selfish reason? Think about the title, The Stingy Artist. From whose perspective is he stingy? Sakura's perspective or his own perspective? Who views him as stingy? Yes, Tina. Sakura is the one who views him as stingy. Now that we've read the whole thing, do you agree with Sakura's perspective? Or do you have a new or different perspective? How would you, if we were to retitle this story, The Blank Artist, what new title would you give this story now that you've read it to the end? What could be an alternate title? You can type in the chat or unmute.
I think it would be interesting to name it The Noble Artist.
Oh, yes. Why did you choose that particular word, noble?
Because it makes you think at first that he's noble like the woman, but really he's just having the moral principles for his community versus coming from nobility.
I really like that. It's almost a play on words because she's called the noble woman, but are her actions and principles noble, or is it really him? I love that idea. Zhao, do you have any ideas for how you might retitle this passage?
I wouldn't retitle this passage because I think that's a pretty interesting contrast to know at the end of the reading.
You like the contrast. So you're saying really, if we retitled it, would it be an allegory anymore? Would the message be hidden anymore? Not necessarily. So you like that hidden, kind of that hidden message, that contrast that you have to figure it out on your own. I like that. Very nice job justifying your answer. Tina, did you have an idea of what you might rename it to, or if you would or not? Oh, okay. So maybe by simply adding a question mark at the end of the title so that it's not like a definitive phrase, but a question like stingy artist, stingy or not? Who's the stingy one, right? A simple punctuation can make a big difference. I like what you're thinking.